Oh, you got the wall. I don't want that, do you? There we go.
Hi everyone, thank you if you just joined us from our Facebook page. Thank you for coming over to our YouTube channel. So as I mentioned on there, we will be using the frosted foliage bundle with the stamp set and the frosted frames die. So Barry will be creating a card with that using the iced feels like frost.
Frost?
Fro-
What?
feels like frost
No, this is a good stamp
technique.
set for
I
you,
know.
isn't it?
Yes, my F's and P's. OMGs. OMGs. Yeah, frosted foliage and frosted frames dies, and we'll be using the feels like frost DSP to do the ice technique. And anything else you want to say?
Right, do you want to talk about the catalogue again briefly at all?
Yes. So if you live in UK, France, Germany, Austria, and Netherlands, and you'd like a copy of the autumn winter catalog, let us know, and then we'll pop it in a post for you. You can also buy Stampin' Up products from our online shop at mitosocrafts.com. I put that on there so we won't be able to show you inside because you're not allowed to see it yet if you're not a demonstrator. So you can join our team if you want a closer look at these and also order the frosted foliage bundle as part of your starter kit.
Lovely, well done.
Cool.
Excellent.
Thank you. So we'll get cracking.
All right, so yes, we're going to flip the camera around, we'll crack on, and we will see. Remember, say something in the comments. Hi, Mum, Sandra, thank you for watching.
Hi, Gigi. Thanks for coming over.
Yep. Say in the comments who you are, where you're from. Did you say that already?
No, I haven't.
No, okay, that's good. I'm not repeating you then. So tell us where you're from, what you're watching, where you're watching from, what you're watching. You're watching us, hopefully. Oh dear, this isn't going very well, is it?
It's fine.
So
Cool.
let's flick around. And Minnie is she's still there.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right, let's flick the camera around and we will crack on with today's demonstration. So there we go. Let's just move that there. Oh, it must be dinner time for the cats.
It's way too early.
Is it too early? Okay, then we'll feed them later on. All right, so let's see how organised I am today. So yes, we are going to be using, as Jay's already mentioned, we are going to be using the frosted foliage stamp set here. I'm just getting the other, just bear with me, just getting another link up so I can see comments, I can see the real-time camera. Cool, excellent. All right, so the frosted foliage, oh, has that gone? Are we still live? No, we have.
Yeah, it's saying 7 people watching.
Okay, that's right, so it just went bizarre. All right, so yes, we're using the, as Jay's mentioned, the frosted foliage stamp set here. I do actually need some blocks, Jay. I didn't bring over any blocks for myself.
Here we go.
Here we go. And actually I need some black ink as well. I thought I was so organised. Here we go. What else did I forget? This is where you need somebody to craft with you so you can get another set of hands. So good. So frosted foliage, the Feels Like Frost Designer Series paper. So the actual paper I'm going to be using today is going to be this one right here. Okay, I think this is a lovely. It's got some lovely patterns in this. But this is the one which I'm going to be using today. I've already cut this one down to size, so I'll pop that one back. We'll see, yeah, I think the shadow, yeah, that's better with the shadows there, Jay, thank you. So, all right, so I have got some Whisper White Thick cardstock here. And I am going to be, grab my trim up.
That's fine, I'll do that.
Do you ever get that feeling that things aren't going to go quite right for you? So I have got my trimmer, so I'm going to cut my card base here. So I'm going to cut this at 14.5 centimetres here. And I am going to score it at 10.5 centimetres. So that is your basic, measurements, or for us anyway, that's our basic measurements for our card base. All right, and I've used a Whisper White thick as well because it's a nice thickness for card base, and obviously it's going to match the colours around as well when I do some stamping. So let's fold and burnish this. Good. All right, so that's that. Then what I've got is I've already cut it, which is some Highland Heather cardstock, okay, which is cut down to 14 centimetres by 10 centimetres. Hi Wendy. That's it, and then that's going to be your layer there. Now with the DSP, which I said I was going to use, this is the bit which I'm using. So you saw the original piece, which is a 6x6, and I have cut this down to 13.5 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters. So what this is now that it's half a centimeter smaller. Which then gives you a nice even border all the way around. So as I say, that's how we operate.
Ooh.
Go half a centimetre thing, and then that will give you a nice even layer. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to grab my other bit of Whisper White thick. I am going to grab the dies which coordinate with this stamp set. Now, there was something I wanted to do, and am I going to do it? Okay, this may work, it may not work. We will see. Is that the correct thickness to go through there?
As long as it's 6 inch.
Yeah, that's fine. So, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the safe way first, and then I'm going to try something different. Okay, so I'm going to take this frame out of the frosted frames dies. And I am going to run this through our big shot. Just like so. I'm also going to be using some stuff which is retired, so we can't sell it anymore because we don't sell it. But I'm sure if you're demonstrators, you may have this stuff in your stash already. If you're not demonstrators and you're crafters, you may have some adhesive sheets in your stash. If not, you can probably get them from, you can quite easily get them from your local craft stores. They are readily available. So, there we go. How pretty is that?
Nice.
Let's just clear off my bits, and now what I want to do is I now need to do the inner part as well.
Do you still need this paper?
Yes. So I am going to just cut the middle part out now as well. Hello for all of the new people that are watching. I haven't quite caught your names on there.
Hi Wendy, Janine, and Letitia.
Okay, alright, let's get this those.
Sorry, I'm prepping my project.
He's not watching the comments. Okay. As usual, he isn't quite ready.
And I've been crafting all day.
And he's been crafting all day as well. So that's that. So there's my frame. Okay, and that is going to sit in there like so. So I just need to get the positioning sorted here correctly first. Because what I'm going to do, this is a scary part, I'm going to stamp the sentiment direct onto the designer series paper. Now I actually haven't tried this yet. I've had a play, I've got the idea in my head, let's just hope it works. and turns out. Okay, so I've got my positioning, and I'm gonna stand up for this one. That's it. And scary. And we will stamp the sentiment to send you in a little Yuletide cheer. Right there. Perfect. That's it. So that's directly over onto the designer series paper. So that's that there. Now you could, my idea initially was to then pretty much just leave it like this, do some stuff to it, and you've actually got a really nice card. If believe it or not, you can add some ribbon to it like so, which will go down the bottom, and you've actually got quite a nice card just like that really if you want. So you don't need all of the big shots, you don't need all of this fancy equipment if you haven't got it. So if you're a brand new beginner, all you would need is some ink, some stamps, some cardstock, so obviously the ability to trim some stuff, and you need some really basic stuff. So you could make a load of these cards quite easily without having all the materials. Now obviously what I've done is I've got the die cutting machine, and I'm going to put this frame around this as well. Now my initial idea is I'm going to try something. This is where it could go horribly wrong. Yes, the stamping onto, yeah, Wendy, the stamping onto the paper is actually, I think because the paper is so beautiful, it's actually such a nice bit of paper, you don't need to do much to it. If you were to use the Stamparatus, I would probably do this again and use the Stamparatus and then do it a couple of times as well, so that you would intensify this dark, you would intensify this black a little bit more on this, so it will come up a little bit darker. And obviously because it's on the Stamparatus, you'll be able to get the positioning correct every single time. So that's probably something I would do differently on this, just to bring it out, because if I bring it up a little bit closer, you can see it's nice, but it probably, as it's dried, it probably could just go be a little bit darker. Or heat emboss it with some black, would look really nice as well. I think if it's in the gold or the silver, it might blend too much into the background, but if you heat emboss that in some black, Lindsay, you found us. If you heat emboss that in black, I think that would just really pop as well. Alright, so the item I was talking about, which obviously we don't sell, but a lot of you may have this in your stash already, was the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. These are from Sizzix, so you can quite easily get these around and about anyway. We used to sell them, so if you're a demonstrator already or you've purchased these from us in the past, you can carry on, you can go straight ahead and do this technique. If not, you just need some, you just need a double-sided adhesive sheet, okay, so it's sticky both sides for this technique to work. And what I'm actually going to do now is I am going to cut a piece which is roughly the size of the paper, all right? And then what I'm going to do is we're going to peel this off. And I'm going to stick this down now, sticky side, the printed side down now onto the bit which is now sticky. Good. And make sure that's good and stuck. Now the good thing with this paper is that if I rub the sides here, I can actually take the stick off already off the edges, so I'm not going to get excess around. So you can see I'm just taking off any of that excess around now. Good. Okay, so all that lovely paper is now covered up. All right, so scary part. And then what I need to do is I then want to trim, just trim around this now. Oops, I'm still in camera. Trim around this just to take off this. Now, this technique, which I'm going to do, has been around for some time. It was actually it's another demonstrator from another company actually that I saw this. She wasn't a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but I saw her doing this years ago when I first got into card making. And yeah, and we figured when Stampin' Up brought the new iced stamping glitter out, this one here, figured perfect. This is the perfect stuff to do this technique with, so which is great. So I'm just taking off any excess there. And
Hi, Carol.
oh no, I haven't. Sorry. Hi, Carol. So Jay's not paying any attention to the comments, and I'm too engrossed. All right, so that is my bit there. I do need a bit of scrap paper, Jay. If you can remove some scrap paper from the table like that, or that
It wasn't on the table.
was it not?
What do you need?
Just so I can put the glitter onto, so it doesn't. I can catch the paper.
Oh, I see.
And then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to then peel off this adhesive sheet from the paper. Okay. Can you see that? There we go, and take that off. So that now is a very sticky piece of paper. And now what we're going to do, we're going to grab our iced stamping glitter. And yeah, okay, so this is a little bit of a thing. You can roughly see how much is in there. It's quite a full pot still. It looks like I'm going to be using loads, but honestly I'm not, and you'll see. So have a good look at roughly how much that is in there, and I'm just going to chuck it on. Don't be scared. Let's just chuck it on. Chuck that whole tub. All of it has gone on, and then I'm just going to then use my finger, and I'm just going to then push this in and just gently burnish this in. Grab. Right, don't do this technique if you don't like glitter. I know some people don't like glitter at all. And then we're just going to rub that off. So you can see there already, that's what I've done. Okay, and we just rub that off. Going to put that to one side for a moment, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this glitter back in the pot. So that's why you need a bit of scrap paper. Can you see how much is left? It's hardly gone down at all. See, it's gone down a little, but it hasn't gone down that much. Okay, so that's great. So I'm just going to try and scoop up some of this excess. I don't want to waste any of the glitter. Being tight now. And let's put the lids. Oh no, actually, let's just finish this off. So let's come in here. So now I've got rid of all of my excess. I can now just go around and just rub this in a little bit more, just to burnish it in and get rid of some of the excess. Okay. And we'll just put that excess away in there like that. And put the lid on before I spill it. So, and that there is our iced frosted, feels like frost technique. I can't remember what the technique's called. There we go. So we have now got a very glittery whole sheet of Christmas paper. Can you see that there? How beautiful is that?
Ooh, pretty.
Alright, and that will go in like so, and then mat and layer on there like that. Okay. Do we need to spray a fixative over the top, or is it okay without? I would say it's okay with that. You may get a little bit of shedding, so, but if you work it in and you can like work that through, it should be okay. It won't come off. What I'm trying to say is it won't come off, so you get loads of bald spots. It's going to stay on there completely. So I haven't sprayed a fixative on this at all, or I wouldn't spray a fixative. But if you try it, Wendy, let us know what it comes out like if you do try it, if you do have a go at doing that, and put a fixative on. But I don't think you would need it. Do you agree with me, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Hi, Louise. You know, so is it the same person I'm thinking of, Louise, that you that we know who likes sparkles and purple? Is it somebody very close to us, or is it somebody different? So that's that. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to move on to my frame. Now, okay, my frame I did like so, and that's going to sit on that one there. What I want to try, okay, is this is where I'm going to go off piece a little bit. I don't know, I might scare myself doing this. We will see. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to grab some more of this adhesive sheets. Or, Jake, just your opinion here, okay, and everyone else's opinion. Obviously, that one there is what I was going to do. I was going to do it in white. What do you reckon if that was to be with balmy blue? Because I'm going to frost it again.
Oh.
We're going to have double frosting.
Double frosting.
What do you reckon?
Blue.
So balmy blue. Obviously, when you look at the card packs, Jay pinched the designer series
No,
pack
you
from
chuck
me.
it at me. Excuse me. Here.
When you look at the designer series packs, if you don't know this already, it tells you the colours which coordinate with the paper packs. So balmy blue, blush and bright, Highland heather, night and navy, pretty peacock, purple posy, rococo rose, seaside spray, maybe.
I'm using seaside spray.
Okay, have you got any offcuts of seaside spray that I can use? No.
Nothing.
Let's go with balmy blue, because I think that might be smoky slate and whisper white. So if you're looking for colour combinations and don't know what colours to go for, always look at the packs here. And
Actually, I think the white is better.
do you think the white is better? Okay, we're going to stick with whites. Okay, because I'm going to frost it up again. Okay, we're sticking with the original plan. I'm going to grab some of these adhesive sheets again. So we've had these for a long time, and you can see we've hardly used them. So which is why now we can't sell them. We start to use them. It's typical, isn't it? But they're just perfect for Christmas, I think, these things. So if you've got them, use them. And if you've got anything in your stash, use it, because otherwise it'll just sit there and you won't enjoy it. I need my scissors, and Jay's pinched those from me again as well. So I am going to have cut a rough piece out to the size of this. That feels like I've got two pieces right there. Yep, I thought it felt a bit thick. No comments. And we will just snip that off right there. And now again I am going to do the same thing. I'm just going to snip through my offcut there. And we are going to stick my whisper whites onto there like so. That's good. And grab my die cutting again. Yes, we agree, Louise. Sorry, a bit late on that comment. And then I'm just going to die cut this through.
Is it easy with die cut? It looks easy.
Yeah, well, we'll see in a moment if it how well it comes out. May just need to just snip off some of this excess.
You're not showing.
Oh, just so I can turn it round in the machine a bit more. I'll just go that way again. Just because I've now got a thick layer to go through. It's thick card plus I've now got a sticky sheet to go through.
So maybe if you're doing it in the future, it'll be better to have the normal Whisper White.
Possibly, yes.
It looks like it's cut.
Yeah, it has cut through quite nicely actually.
You got your pick tool.
There we go. So that has actually cut through quite nicely. And again, then what I'll do is I'm just going to grab this frame here and stand up and position this properly.
Don't sit down.
I've lost my seat. The cat's gone and pinched my seat whilst I stood up. And she's proper laid down as well, cheeky mare. Cool. Alright, so, Minnie, can you please get off my seat?
Shall I feed them?
Minnie,
Come on,
please get off my seat. That's it. You can always get rid of a cat with food. You can always get rid of me with food. But hey ho, that's another story. Alright, so there we go. So I've got this one here. So it's exactly the same as the other one. I'm just going to poke out all my bits here. Some of them haven't quite. That's fine.
Did you want me to do that or you're alright?
Yeah, can you? Please.
What are you thinking?
I don't actually know what I'm going to do. I told him to do it, but I'm just going to stand here and just wait. So that's good. What I was also thinking of doing was with the frame here. I was going to use the ribbons. You've got the metallic ribbon here, in balmy blue. I think that is kind of like it's balmy blue ribbon, isn't
Seaside
it?
spray,
Seaside
I thought
spray.
you said.
Sorry, yes. And I was going to pop that in here. So again, that's like that. That could just be a card there, just on its own. But if you've got the dies and you've got a die cutting machine, then I'm going to have that over like that. So I'm going to trim this down like so. And what I do need, I'll get Jay to get that for me in a second, will be some double-sided tape. Whilst he's cutting out of one. Is it in the drawer? No, up above you. Okay. Could you put the backing sheet on both sides and easily stick it down? Would it be too thick on a big shot?
I think it's too thick.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to run it through again because
Has it not quite cut it?
there's a couple of tiny bits that hasn't gone through. So having two window sticky sheet.
Window
might be
sheet, yeah,
too
it
much.
might be too much. So I'm going to put this going across like so. And we will.
Try it and let us know.
Yeah, try it. stick this one. See, I can see I am getting a little bit of shedding on this, but I think that's just normal with this type of card. Which is fine. And then that there I will stick down with some glue now. Okay, so Jay's just run that one through for me again and taken all the bits and bobs out of it. So if you like anything you see and you're not a demonstrator, then you can pick all of this stuff nice and early now. Otherwise it will be available for you on the 4th of September. Alright, so that's just stuck down and that's going to go like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this again and I'm going to take my pokey tool. And we'll see how easy this is going to be. Now, I didn't practice this part, I haven't, so I don't actually know if this is going to work. We will find out. So I'm going to take this off of I know what you're thinking. You're looking at, he's just looked at my spare piece. He's chucked it, he's chucking it in the bin, but I knew what he was thinking. He was going, oh, what can I use that for? Glitter again. And then let's just chuck this on. Because there are some delicate parts on here, I would be careful with now how you rub this. Sorry. Put that to one side. Ah, glittery. In there. So I've used a lot of glitter. Well, it looks like I've used a lot of glitter, but can you see? It hasn't gone down much. So you can get loads and loads and loads of cards from this technique. All right, so let me just burnish it off a little bit more. That's it, I'm happy with that one now, it's glittery. What are you laughing at? He's laughing at me. And let's put this over here. So how are you? Are you nearly set up, Jay? Are you ready to go? Because I'm nearly finished.
Are you?
I am. So I will need some. Where's the glue gone again? I'm hiding.
You're not using glue gun.
Alright, so we will glue this to the back. And I'm going to stick this to the front here. So on its own, there is one card, okay? Nice and glittery all around. You could probably tie a little bow somewhere down here, would look quite nice. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take our mini foam pads. And are they mini enough?
To the corners. Yeah. And I would say probably add Tombow underneath it as well. For extra.
Yes, because it's going on
Because
glitter.
it's going on glitter.
So, is that going to be enough, do you reckon, or do you reckon I must
Cut
see?
it and put it in between, that's it.
I can get one in there. I can probably squeeze one up there. I think that's probably enough, actually. I might be able to get...
You can cut it.
I know you can.
The scissors right there.
I don't like cutting these. They're too tiny. So there we go. I've got some on there on the bigger parts. You can see where I've put those. So what I will do now, this has got quite quite enjoyed doing this card. I brought all of the techniques which I've learned even from other demonstrators, from other people that I've watched. I've now brought it into our Stampin' Up world, which is great. I love the fact that we can just be inspired by other people as well and adapt it to what we've got in our crafty stash, which is great. I love it.
Yes, Minnie, you've already eaten.
One cat wants some attention. Oh, and we said some glue as well. So what we're going to do is put some glue on a little bit of glue on the back of these adhesive dots, as these mini glue dots as well, not glue dots, mini foam pads, because then it will then probably it will set, I would say, be a bit more permanent. Because we're going on glitter. If we weren't going on glitter, it would be fine, but because we're going on glitter, can you see what I've done there? Just a little bit of glue.
You're all sticky.
So that was my original one, which is going to go, would have gone like so, like that, which is nice plain, and which is plain,
Which is quite nice.
which is still nice on its own. And then what I've done as well is we have double glittered, double iced.
Double ice.
And that there.
Pretty. How can I top that? Or match it? I don't think I can.
I'm really happy with how that's
I'll
turned
give it
out.
up.
I didn't plan how in my head I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't make a prototype. It's just done. And there we go.
Nice.
And there is my double iced snow card. Can you see now? Can you see I've got,
That's so pretty.
and that's using this glitter and some double-sided adhesive sheets, and you don't use much, so you can make loads of these cards. And my challenge for this year is I don't want to get to the end of Christmas and still have loads of stuff left over. My challenge is to get to Christmas and not have anything left over. So this is a great way of actually using up all of your stash and using it, because we brought it, so why is it going to sit in the cupboard not doing anything? We may as well get it out and play with it. Let's not be worried about how much we're using. Chuck it on and see what happens. Yeah, super sparkly, love it. Thank you very much. Yeah, Gigi, yeah, thank you. There we go. That is my card. And I like the idea of
Bravo.
stamping on the on the
Yes.
designer series paper as well, because it still comes through. Excellent. Lovely. All right, then I'm going to quickly just oh, and you've also got this piece here, remember, which is double-sided, because this is the end center part, so you can use this for something else.
Ooh.
You can yeah, glitter this up somehow. Jay's now going to say, how can I use it on my card, on his
No,
project?
it's too big for my part.
You can trim it down though. Okay, I'm going to move over to Jay, and we will see what he's going to create. I don't actually know what he's creating as well. Well, I do roughly.
Not as
so-
nice as that.
No, it's going to.
That is so beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful. Are you going to show off your card as well?
Yes, I will. Hi. Why are you laughing already? So last night we were I was playing around with the technique. So this is kind of like just a quick card that I created using another piece of VSP. So I did use a different sticky. It's a double-sided sheet, but not the C6 one. And I burnished it too much, and it became flat.
But
So-
it still looks quite. It's still got a little bit of texture on
So
it.
on the top one, that one is much more textured. So I thought, well, I'll bring in a different type of double-sided sheet, so then you can see the difference. So that one is quite smooth, and that one is rough. And I actually, I prefer the rough side, to be fair. So this is another offcut from down there. So you can see the difference in color. So this one is burnished it too well. So all of the
It's
ice
kind of gone
has
glassy.
gone glossy.
Yeah.
And because it's the sticky sheet is plastic, I thought, oh, how can I tint that? So I've actually tinted that with a bit of rubbing alcohol and pool party ink, and I just applied that on top with aqua painter. So you could always just kind of like So I thought I'll just show you that. So another different card with the same paper, and if you do different sticky sheets react differently, so just be aware of that as well when you're trying different things. And that one is really smooth. You'll see me use that on Wednesday for my Papercraft crew project, which I will actually do another video. So last, was it Wednesday that we just done?
Yes.
No. Anyway, when I did the floating card,
Yeah, that was Wednesday, I think.
was that Wednesday? So I'll do one with a proper video, and I've actually done a double V fold there. So I'll be using that with that one. Okay, so something to come up next week. So for this week, when I showed you the frame, I said have a look on our blog, and it's actually not on our blog. It's a bigger frame. So this one, when Barry was doing the snow front, I showed you this one, and it's a fold flat frame. So I thought I'll do one with that, and then what I'll put on the topper is actually the DSP, because it's such a beautiful designer series paper. You can have it as a home decor and just kind of like frame it and then hang it or put it on your table. So that's that. And I will need your Simply Scored, and because a lot of you guys, I'll be scoring in the metric, but I have written my inches as well, and I have written it down and tried it, so hopefully it'll work out. So I've got, what's it, Seaside Spray. So it's starting off with Seaside Spray at 17.5 by 29, or 7 inches by 11. So we'll score at the long first. So the metric plate stacks on top of the normal Simply Scored. Right, let's see if this will work. So 2, 4, 6. Right, I need 13.5, but as you can see, there's nothing there, so I'll come back to that one. I need 15.5, it's there, and then 17.5. So because of this metric plate, and I've scored those, if I just move that to 10, and then you can butt that in on top, and those score lines is deep enough for you to kind of like feel that it's actually in the groove. So I can go on to my 13.5 will then become 23.5. Does that make sense? Because I've added 10, so 23.5. So that's how you can get round to doing half centimeters. So on the short side, turn it in 90 degrees, scoring at 1 all the way down. I can't show you, wait. And then once I've done this, I'll go through the inches. So that's 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 12.5. Again, there's no 12.5 there, and there's no 14.5, and then 16.5. Okay, so I'm gonna move this to 10, align that to 10, feel that the groove is in place. So I will score at 12.5, now becomes 22.5, only down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th, the 5th line. It doesn't matter if you go over, it's fine, but only down to there, and then 14.5. So now that becomes 24.5 all the way down. Okay, so that one should have been just up to there. So on inches, so 11 by 7, you'll score at half an inch, 1 1/4, 2 inches, 5 inches, 5 and 3/4, and 6.5. It's slightly shorter because I know that US sizes is 11 inches tall or long this way. So turn it 90 degrees. On the short edge, you'll score at 1/2 inch, 1.25, 2 inches down to the 5th line, and then 5 inches down to the 5th line. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 inches, and then 5 3/4 and 6.5. Okay, so you'll finish with that. And then, which will look like this, and we will be cutting that up so it'll look like this. Okay, ooh, there we go. So if I get pencil, I did have it somewhere, or a pen, it doesn't matter. Thanks. So visually it'll be easier to just cross it out there, and then that one, that one, that one, and then down here it will be this one, and then that long one. And we will need to have a diagonal line across there, there, and there, and there. Yeah. There. Okay, so I'll cut that off with snips. If I can see it. Here we go. So yeah, so I thought I'll do this live so then people can have a look. It's quite a nice gift as well, and I was like thinking if you make 4 of them, because the frame, although it's quite big, the DSP that you need won't be as much. So a 6x6 DSP, you can probably fit at least 4, and you can have 4 of them all in one. So that'll be good for like class or something, or a group of friends. Yeah. And then I'll just cut this off. So it might be worth burnishing it before you cut it as well, which I forgot to do. So it'll just be easier to see where the line is. And then once I've done this, I'll go through the sticky sheet, double-sided adhesive sheet. That's not the C6 one. I think the main difference from the sheet that we've used is the C6 one feels like it's just whatchamacallit, adhesive.
Yes.
Isn't it? It's just
There is
adhesive.
different, whereas this, with this one, you probably saw that I was able to rub the excess off on the paper, so I got rid of it. So if you overwork it, the likelihood is that you may take that away again. Whereas the stuff which Jay's going to use is going to be permanent. You won't be able to rub the stickiness away. It's kind of like almost like on a bit of acetate in a way, I would say. So,
Yes, it's on a plastic.
Yeah.
So I'm just going from that corner to that corner. And then I'm just going to make a diagonal line. Okay, and then this corner to this corner. Woo! There you go. So I'm just gonna burnish that quickly. It's all sticky. Sorry. There was lots of Tombow on the bone folder. Right. Burnish it. Okay, I over burnished it. So 1, 2, don't do that one. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 5, and then 6. And then this one. And then this one. So 1, 1, 2, turn over. 1, 2. Because that is actually the frame that you're gonna cut out either with a trimmer or with a dies, which is the stitch squares. And so we have the folds. So that is basically you're just gonna pinch it in, and then once it's down, use your bone folder to just make sure it's nice and pressed in. So do that on the other side. So pinch that in. Bonjour. Hi, Martine. Merci pour la partage. So that one's done. And where's the other one? So this one, fold it in. All right, let's see if you can see it. So this one fold. So I find it easy to kind of like use your index finger and then use your thumb and middle finger and fold it in like that. And then once it's down, put it on the table like so, and then fold it down like that. So that is pretty much your frame, except obviously I need to cut down. Or Barry can cut it down for me.
Sorry, hey,
That woke you up. So that's gonna go like that. So you might want to. So it's nice. It's a nice box. But I thought, oh, that could be a frame, which is quite nice. So what Barry's gonna do
Am I really?
is on the square. I'm trusting you.
You are trusting me. There's a square right
There.
there.
The square.
God.
Or you can use a trimmer and
No,
cut
it's
that in the
fine.
middle.
How do I cut it?
So I will tell you because it is wider than 6 inches. So this is the second from the largest square stitch. So you would use your score lines as your guide to place that on your big shot. Or shall I do it live? I'm scared.
You're scared. I'm going to be like, I can do that.
Yeah, you sure? And I can do the DSP. So and then you would. I tend to say when you have a straight line, put it in an angle, but it's so wide that you can't do that. So you're gonna have to put it straight.
Is it 6
Through?
inches? Or is it bigger than 6 inches?
It is.
So is it going to go through?
Yeah,
one
it will go through because
Okay.
I've already done it on here,
Okay,
so you can
that's
see
fine.
how straight that is. Nudge, nudge, wink,
You
wink.
just know it's going to go wrong and it's going to...
If it goes wrong, I'm blaming you. No, I'm kidding. So let's carry on with the DSP. So I chose this DSP. It's really nice actually, and I managed to catch it a little bit on our trimmer, but because we're gonna ice it, it shouldn't really matter that much. What I've done is this is the sticky sheet that I've said that's different than what Barry's used. So it feels like it's plastic. It's like double-sided sheet. I can't show you. But yes, it feels like there's a layer of plastic in there. And what I've done is this one is 5.5 by 5.5 or 2 1/8 by 2 1/8 of so square, and I've actually done a bigger sheet. So with the previous card that I did, this one, I've actually cut it the same size, and it took me a while to just kind of like align it up. So it's easier to just cut the sticky sheet bigger. Yes, like thin acetate, Wendy. So yeah, so if you cut slightly bigger than your DSP, and then you can just cut it by hand, instead of placing it and then seeing that there's a bit of it wasn't that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you never know. I was a bit wonky last night, and then I was having to peel it off and then put it back on again, kind of thing. So, and also if you are using a like bigger DSP,
So scary.
was it all right? Didn't Barry do well? That's really good. Thank you. What did you say? I can't get it up now. There we go. Yes, so if you're doing a bigger DSP, I would say kind of like do a corner first and then take that out, like how you would do tear and tape if it's a big area. So I'm using my grid paper to just align it. Is this, yeah, but it doesn't really matter because ooh, he says, see, that's what I didn't want to do. So I'm just gonna make sure that that's in there, and then what you could do is just peel off underneath and then put that down like so. So like that. Obviously those are sticky bits. You could always use your embossing buddy or cut it off straight away. So embossing buddy takes off the stickiness. So I'm just gonna cut that off. It's so much easier than trying to align it. I think I did it last night 5 times.
Say hi to Alison.
Oh no, I didn't. Hi, Alison. And maybe clean your scissors whilst doing it. I was being lazy. I was just like, it'll cut. There you go. Okay, so we have pick tool. It's really nice. Here we go, and then we're just gonna cover that. We're just gonna ice it, baby. I didn't say the second ice. Now Barry's nodding now and singing that song.
You know, I actually saw that on TV the other night.
What, the video?
Yes.
Yeah, but Barry's been watching a lot of music videos in from the 90s and 80s, I thought, as well.
80s,
Was it?
no, I'm more 90s now.
Look how pretty. Ooh. Yeah, watch the watch Barry's one, Alison. It's a beautiful car, but we'll show it after I've finished mine as well. Right, that is done. Haven't burnished it as much because with this sheet it will go flat. Okay, so what I will do is I will just put that back, and instead of burnishing it, I'll just put paper. So I'm just pressing where they are, and I'm not moving, hopefully, those glitter, ice glitter. Pretty. It's really nice. So nice. Right, so I'm just gonna frame that. I've got, he says, measurements. So 10.5 by 10.5 centimeters. That's just gonna be for the backing, as well, or 4.25 by 4.25, and that is just literally, I'm gonna raise that up. On my original, I embossed the backing, but I'm just gonna keep it like that. Mini dimensional.
Oh, sorry, I did that.
Yeah, thanks.
Again, they were right in front of you.
About 3 feet away, 5 feet. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna mini dimensional.
Pretty bright now. Just can't-
Yeah, I think it's
It's
fine.
'cause it's getting a bit darker.
There we go. Won't keep you much longer. And then, and this one, because I haven't burnished it too much, I would say the C6 one is actually better if you want the textured.
Yes.
This
It
one
goes
is,
into the other one.
it goes in, yeah.
So
and-
just have a play around
Yeah.
with what you've got. So obviously play around with some scraps as well. I did that on a scrap bit of paper and just see how much, and then realised I didn't like it on the other one which Jay's using.
Yeah, because I showed you, didn't I?
It went a bit too glassy.
Right. Aim for the middle, hope for the best. Okay, and that is going at the back here. And again, because it's a square, you can just have that there. So be careful. Because there's a layer of card there, there's a layer of card there, and this flap is gonna go underneath. So I'm gonna add dimensionals just in the middle there to prop that up as well. If I can see where it is. So then any of the tabs won't actually hit the dimensional. And then hopefully it will line up. It should do. Okay, so that's the back and that's the front. I'm just gonna place that in the middle with a nice border there. And then that just goes flat. Is it in the middle? I think it's the shadows that make that's slightly going funky.
Look at it straight. Hold it up.
No, I don't think that's middle. Okay.
No, it doesn't look.
No, it's not in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna lift that up. And I'll use my ruler this time. It was going so well. Right, ruler. Where is my pencil?
What have I stolen now?
No, I just need a pencil so I can rub it. Right, so I'm just gonna add any pencil up there?
Oh, sorry, you still have
Yes,
it.
please. Chop chop.
You had it earlier on, didn't you?
No, I haven't had it. So 1, 2.5, 2.5. There you go. Alright, I'm just gonna 1, 2. course, I know that 2.5 is gonna be in the middle.
You might be sharpening to use pencil.
No, that's fine. I'll just use the pen. So that's actually gonna show now. That's fine.
Sharpen the pencil.
2.5. Okay. So yes. So mark where you want it. 2.5. Just so it has an even border around, because obviously you want it to go in and fold in. Right. Fingers crossed it's in the middle. There you go. Woo. So that is, you can use, it's quite plain, but I think with the DSP, it's a really nice DSP. You can,
Have you stuck it all down yet?
what do you mean?
All of that. Can you stamp on the outside of that at all by any chance?
You can stamp on it. You can take it out. What did you want to stamp on it?
Well, I was thinking, because you've got these lovely
Oh.
snowflakes, if you did that in balmy blue around it, would look quite nice, just to give that some interest on that. Sorry,
Okay. We'll stamp on it.
and the same colour as the ink pads, which is balmy. Oh no, that's seaside spray, isn't it? But if you
I'll
go
do
with
balmy
balmy
blue.
blue, it's the closest we've got to it.
Or Versamore.
Yes.
It might detract from. Right, I'm stamping off.
Yeah, just second generation. Yeah.
So just a bit of interest. As Barry didn't like my project. How rude.
Well, you were the one that said it was a bit plain.
Well, I wanted to keep it simple. But this isn't that bad. I'm just going round, stamping off. Make sure there's no glitter underneath, like we found out last
week.
week or Wednesday.
So that's that stamp set which we've used there.
So that's the frosted foliage. And then you can see just a hint of snow flakes around. Ooh. Right. There you go. Oh no, thank you. I love it. It's much better now. And I'm not being sarcastic. Sometimes when I pay him a compliment, he's like, "You're so sarcastic," and I was like, "No, I'm not. That's just how I say it." There we go. Ooh. So make it as a nice gift, home decor, class project. It can be even for craft fairs and things like that. What are you doing? Okay. And this is Barry's project. Look how beautiful that is.
So that could you not use some DSP as well on this and actually cut that down to the size and actually have that, and then do you know what I mean, to make it as a frame as well? So you've got
Yeah,
the
you
DSP
could
on
do,
the
but then
outside.
I would say
It might
you're
detract from
you're
the inside,
detracting
yeah.
from what I want. You want the DSP to shine and the glitter to you can see the glitter. I think too much on the front
Might
would be
detract from it.
detract.
Yeah.
I did think like like just a sentiment or something off
Yeah.
the side might be quite nice. But fussy cut. But I'm just gonna leave it like that and just have it as a nice
Ooh.
home decor.
I did cut these out earlier because it was one which thing you could. It's the
Yes.
it's the corner bits from
Yeah.
the dies,
Look at
and
you
you,
go.
and you snip into them a little
Yeah.
bit. And yeah, because that's what it's like, and what I've just snipped
The sides.
snipped the sides off, to. I think that looks quite nice.
Yeah,
actually.
that does look nice.
Stick that on there.
Do you have another one of that corner? Because that one is over hanging.
So you want the smaller one, yeah?
So I want 2 of that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, luckily I do have 2 of that one.
So I'm just gonna.
Now we're snipped it, just make sure I'm on the same.
As Barry suggested, see, it's nice crafting together and finishing each other's project.
Yeah, I was just sort of like thinking, well, how can you use this frame differently? And there we go. We just come up with another way of using it. Snip into your dies.
So I'm using that score line as a guide, and I'm just gonna use the same for that. You missed a bit. Always something, sorry. I'm never happy.
Mm-hmm.
Too hard to please. You don't have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
He's not listening to me now.
Are you finished with the glitter? I'm scared that we're going to knock it over.
Yeah, no, I'll keep the glitter piece on in the inside.
Show how much glitter. You can see how much glitter is left, and you can see how much we've used tonight. Tip it onto your hands.
There you go. Yeah, so it's still quite a bit.
Yeah.
On
Jay's done
there.
a project like that. I've played around with another one earlier. Here's another one with the
Look at that
another one on that paper as well.
So pretty.
Lovely.
There we go. So that's tonight's project. So for next week, do you mind me showing stuff?
No, you go ahead.
Before we go, remember this card that twist? So I'm actually gonna share something similar. We did this in class, our product-based class with the daisy. So I thought I'll make it Christmas and do something with.
Ooh, you're gonna do something with the.
If I can find it. So this is just a prototype. So it'll be the snow globe.
So that's what you're doing next Sunday or Wednesday?
Well, I have another one with a plate.
Ooh.
So yes, so if you think anyone would love to see a pop-up card, twisting pop-up card, share, subscribe, and like our project,
You're gonna
please.
go back to
Yeah.
face. Right, let's just turn you round. See our wall again quickly. There we go.
You can see the wall.
That's it. And we're in.
Oh,
So good.
so
Thank you for watching us tonight. So yeah, so that's too bright.
too bright.
So yeah, so you got some. That's obviously the prototype. That was our testing. That's one we've done at the beginning. So if you missed the beginning, that was the first one we did. And you can see it's lovely and glittery and
That's amazing.
beautiful.
That's so beautiful. And then that's my
And that's
Both
lovely as well. So
frame.
yeah, I think a nice little sentiment somewhere in there might just finish that one off as well. But I think it looks quite nice as it is.
Yeah, I thought of like making 4 and then you can make a box for it and it's like have it as a gift and have it 4 different panel using the same DSP.
Yeah, that'd
But
be
I
nice.
thought that's a bit too much.
So yes, so there we go.
Yes.
So that is the Feels Like Frost Designer Series paper, which is this stuff right here. The frosted foliage stamp set
Yep.
with the frosted frames.
It's all
Oh,
Fs.
all Fs.
It's all Fs.
I should have got Jay to say that.
No.
What are they all again?
No.
Please come on, say it.
Feels like frost, DSP, frosted foliage, and frosted frames.
Well, hey, done it. It's only because he was concentrating. Um, so that's what we've done. So these will be available for general sale on the 4th of September, all of this stuff. However, if you like them and you want to get them now, contact us and you can actually get £155 worth of all of these products for just £99. And that also goes into Europe as well. But you need to just contact us it's still the same monetary value, but I don't know what the euros, I can't remember what the euros is at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's also available with us as well if you live over in France, Germany, Netherlands and Austria.
And yeah.
And the UK, obviously.
Obviously. But you
So,
didn't say
but yeah,
it.
you can get all of that from us. So if that's something you're interested in, we can get to pick this stuff nice and early, and get crafting ASAP.
Get crafting.
If not,
Yes.
wait until the 4th of September and then buy from us via our online shop or contact us direct. So great.
Thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you for watching us. Yeah, and we will be back on Wednesday.
Okay.
Are we doing? Oh no, you're out Wednesday, aren't you?
Oh yes, it's my dad's birthday.
I might be coming
So
to
you
you
can do
live on Wednesday on my own. We will see. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll see. I may just come to you live on my own. If not, we will be back here on Sunday evening at 11 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock? Why did I say 11
I don't know
o'clock?
what you're saying.
I don't even know where 11 o'clock come from. 7 o'clock. So,
Thank you so much.
thanks, Alison. Thanks, everyone, for watching us. And, we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Do you know where to stop?
How do I stop it?